Hi, my name is Reggie Cobb. I teach biology here at Nash Community College. I would like to welcome you guys to our school. If you have any questions, feel free to ask our faculty members. They'll be glad to help you find out the answers that you need to know. Today I would like to share with you just a little bit about my experience using virtual versus hands-on labs. I do teach biology here at Nash Community College. I've been teaching online since 2001. And for the most part, I've been teaching mostly virtual classes. And so virtual classes, for me, they're easy to access. And for the students, there's unlimited materials and supplies. There's no need to purchase equipment and models. Even on the virtual microscope, as you can see right here on the screen, the Late Night Labs has a virtual microscope and allows students to be able to take pictures of their specimens, and they can actually annotate and label them. So I know if my students know what a cheek cell looks like, as well as what the parts of the cell are, because they can label them. This is less expensive than the hands-on labs, like a lab kit that you might send to them, or you may have them purchase from another vendor. Now, the other option, which I've started using recently, is the eScience Labs kit. I wanted my students to have some hands-on labs as well. And so this provides a real lab experience. The labs, the materials and the supplies are limited. The equipment models, depending on the expense, we may or may not have those. But so which is actually better? So which one of those is better? In my opinion, I think both of them are. If we, in a perfect world, if we had the ability to be able to use both of them, that would be awesome. For the virtual labs, it does allow students to be able to access and use the equipment. They may not even get to access, even if we, had the ability. Sometimes these virtual labs let them use equipment that even community colleges don't have access to. Also, you have unlimited supplies, as I said earlier, so we don't have to worry about budget concerns and things like that. And now for the hands-on lab, it does allow them to use their tactile skills and be able to manipulate the equipment and supplies and materials. So I guess it depends on which profession possibly the students are going into, or where they are in their years of experience. Is this a freshman level course where they're just getting an exposure to something, or is it more of a upper level course where they really need to know how to use that equipment and be able to manipulate the equipment? So my example that I like to share with you is my criminal justice class, forensic biology. I had 6 virtual labs for the students to complete and 4 hands-on labs. So I let my students do a little bit of both, and I actually asked them, and I'll explain that in just a minute, which ones they liked. But for the virtual labs, I used Late Night Labs, and I let them use a microscope. We did a cell lab, DNA lab, gel electrophoresis, PCR lab, as well as a biological molecules lab. Now for the hands-on labs, I decided to pick 4 labs that allowed them to be able to use their hands-on skills, their tactile skills, and it was some of these labs they may not have been able to do, on their own, or like for the gel electrophoresis, I had them do that in both the virtual and the hands-on, so they would get the experience for both. And so the students, they really liked both of those, but when I polled the students, this is what I found out. Which do they prefer? 8 out of the 10 students did prefer the hands-on labs that I assigned, and then 1 of the 10 said the virtual labs, and 1 of the 10 actually said both. They liked both of them. So which is better? It really depends on your students, also your budget. But that is my findings. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. Again, thank you for coming to Nash Community College, and I look forward to discussing this further with you online. Have a great day.